I love Richard Dreyfuss in Jaws. I especially loved him in Close Encounters of the Third Kind and a bunch of other movies that he was terrific in. But now the libs are hating him because he had the audacity to say there's only two sexes, and people that pretend to be something else other than the way they were born, well, that's just not okay. And the crowd at his speech went nuts. Will Johnson, I loved the movie Jaws. It scared the heck out of me. The star of that movie was also the star of Close Encounters, which I totally love that movie. That's Richard Dreyfuss, who's won an Academy Award. But boy, did he get in trouble last week. He went to a theater in Beverly, Massachusetts, I guess where they'd filmed the original movie. Listen to what he did. This is unbelievable. He went on stage wearing a dress, shaking his hips like a girl to Taylor Swift's Love Story. I guess that's one of her big songs. And then he had staff come on stage and pull the dress off of him. And then he put on a nice blazer and started his speech. But apparently, Richard Dreyfuss has turned quite conservative and was talking about how trans women aren't women and boys and girls are the only two sexes, and that there's no such thing as transphobia because there's not really trans. I mean, he said all the things that 99% of America believes, but wouldn't have the chutzpah to stay in public. And the crowd went crazy. I mean, like that he committed crimes literally on stage. The place where he made the speech, bent over backwards to apologize and how horrible it was. And they took full responsibility for the terrible things he said and how Richard Dreyfuss had insulted everybody, and they promised to do better to enact our mission of entertaining, educating, and inspiring the community. And we shouldn't have let him make all these political statements. Isn't it crazy in America that something as obvious as boy or girl, male or female, if you say that that's reality, you get booed off the stage and they have to apologize for your behavior because you're an offensive, transphobic hate monger.
How dare you speak the truth? How dare you? Barry, I'm hearing what you're saying, and I hadn't even seen this or heard anything about this. This is so crazy to me. Here it is. You get someone go on stage and to tell the truth about what's happening in our world today, and they come unglued, and then they go out and they apologize. I'm so sorry that you had to endure that. I'm so sorry that you had to hear the truth like this. I really do apologize. If there was anything I could do to take it back to prevent you from having to hear the truth like this, I most definitely would. This is so repulsive to me. It is so backwards in reality in our society. There is no such thing. All it is a man playing dress up. And you notice it's men playing dress up that's the most aggressive, the ones that's going into the little girl's restroom. It's men that's wanting to be on the forefront doing these dragon shows, these dragon queen shows. The men that's doing this. A man is a man. Just because you put lipstick on a pig doesn't mean it's something else now. It's still a pig.
Well, he made another very offensive comment, which was he referenced on stage his book that he wrote last year about how American schools don't teach civics anymore. So people don't have an understanding of how government works and how society functions. The basic rules that you learned and I learned when we were kids. All that stuff is out of the schools, replaced by this
DEI and transgender,
DEI stuff,
wokeism.
Because there's only so many hours a day, and you can't skip the fact that you have choices, to be a boy or a girl or a they or a them or an it or a squirrel. And Richard Dreyfuss from the stage said, that's a shame. We should be educating our kids. And he got booed off the stage for saying it. It's so logical. It's so true. But like you said, the truth doesn't matter, at least not in Boston.
No. What's wrong with our society? What is happening? Why is this happening? I mean, I'm just trying to, I'm sitting here listening to this story, and they're upset because a grown man is telling the truth, and he's saying that men putting on dresses and them targeting children is bad. They're saying something's wrong with him. Look, I have to bring it like this, Barry. It's almost like they're all of these are demonic demons, and they're hearing the truth, and they're upset because the truth is being told. So now they're out there trying, okay, don't believe him. Don't listen to him. He's bad. He's bigoted. He's hateful. You need to believe all of this perversion that we're pushing. This perversion is what's good. This is the new way. This is the new world. You need to embrace this demonic evil stuff that we're doing because it is good. If we're not living in the last days, Barry, I don't know what's going on here. I mean, my goodness.
It's crazy. It's totally crazy.